Welcome to Marique. If stories like this keep you up at night, hit subscribe, you won't want to miss the next one.
The knock came at exactly midnight, 3 slow, deliberate raps against the apartment door. Emma froze, her breath catching in her throat as she stared at the door. She tiptoed closer, pressing her ear against the cold wood, but all she heard was silence. Emma unlatched the chain and pulled the door open, just a crack. A tall, shadowed figure stood in the hallway, its face hidden beneath a hood. The stranger's voice was soft, almost gentle. "You shouldn't have opened the door." Emma slammed the door shut and locked it, her hands shaking. The apartment was too quiet. The air smelled like damp earth and old blood. She turned slowly, her pulse hammering in her ears, and saw the note taped to the fridge. The note read, "Rule 1, never answer the door after midnight." The last rule was underlined 3 times in thick, red ink. A child's giggle echoed from the bedroom, Lily's room. Emma sprinted down the hall, her bare feet slapping against the cold floor. The bedroom door was wide open, the bed empty, Lily's favorite stuffed rabbit lying abandoned on the pillow. A whisper slithered from the closet, "Emma, help me." Emma's hands trembled as she reached for the closet door. The knob turned on its own. Emma stumbled back as the door creaked open, revealing only darkness inside. A small hand shot out from the darkness and grabbed her wrist. Lily's voice was wrong, too deep, too slow. "You let him in, Emma." Emma screamed as the front door rattled violently, the stranger's voice muffled through the wood. "Let me in, Emma," the stranger whispered, his voice now coming from inside the apartment. Emma turned, and saw the stranger standing in the hallway, his face still hidden, his gloved hands clasped politely. "You broke the rules," he said, stepping closer. "Now we all have to pay." The last thing Emma saw was Lily's hand, now pale, now wrong, reaching for her from the closet. The knock came again at midnight, 3 slow, deliberate raps against the door of the apartment next door. Jake's apartment door trembled under the same 3 slow knocks. He hesitated, then crept toward it, phone flashlight trembling in his grip. The peephole showed only darkness. Jake swallowed hard and cracked the door open, just enough to see the stranger's gloved hand resting on the frame. Jake slammed the door and fumbled with the locks. A child's giggle echoed from his bedroom, Lily's giggle, but distorted, stretched too long. On the fridge, a note glowed under the dim light. The words were scrawled in what looked like dried blood, "Rule 2, never look outside." Jake's hands shook as he pulled the blinds apart. Outside, the street lamp flickered, revealing Ruth standing motionless in the alley, her face tilted up toward his window. Ruth's mouth stretched into a grin too wide for her face. Behind her, shadows peeled away from the alley walls, forming into figures, dozens of them, all watching.